me just
Hey,
hit that.
welcome back to the channel, ladies. I appreciate you watching the videos, and today I'm excited to bring some great information to you with a wonderful lady. So today, my guest on this channel is June Kahn, and she is a master trainer. So she's much, much more than that, and I want to give you more information. But June, welcome. I want to say welcome back to the show, but welcome to the channel.
Well,
It's
thank
good
you
to
so
be.
much. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here.
Oh, thank you so much. So I just want to let everybody know a little background on June and how we met. I interviewed you originally on my live radio show in Philadelphia at the fitness conference, and just a brief interview because I was interviewing multiple master trainers. And then I interviewed you on my other YouTube channel. And so she is a wealth of information. And so today we are going to talk about Pilates and fitness, and give you some tips on why women over 50 should do Pilates and why it's really good for you, and some other things about June. So I want to give you a heads up because we're celebrating women over 50. This channel is for women over 50 and embracing the second phase of life. So June, you just turned 70.
Just last week.
That's wonderful.
Not even a week ago. It'll be a week tomorrow that I turned 70. But yes, that's a hard number to swallow.
Yeah.
But,
But
at the same time, I'm very proud of the fact that I've made it this far and maintained my health and wellness. So
yes, absolutely. So I want to, if we can talk about Pilates, because June is a master trainer. So those of you that don't know what master trainer means, she trains instructors on how to adequately train their clients in Pilates. So can we talk about Pilates first, and then I want to talk about everything you've accomplished over the 70 years and the fact that you were still involved in fitness at age 70. So Pilates, women over 50.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Pilates is, first of all, it was created by Joseph Pilates back in the 1920s, even probably a little before that, because he only became known in 1920. It's a low impact form of exercise that was developed to basically bring the importance of core strength into the picture, but to enable individuals to experience work that will force the body to work through whole body movement. Because when we think of fitness, fitness is amazing. This is nothing negative about fitness, but in most instances in fitness, you work one muscle group at a time, right? Today, though, that has evolved because now we're seeing, because of his influence and because of yoga influence as well, we see more movement becoming more functional in nature to adapt to what we do in daily life. So his work focuses on the core, focuses on whole body movement that enhances the mind to muscle connection, because that is what is so important. And even more so as we age, we want the muscles to be able to be governed by what the brain tells them to do. And that creates a healthy atmosphere for the spinal cord to send messages through the spinal column to them. It's physiology is what it is, but it enhances the way your body moves. So in one sentence, I'd like to say everyone should do Pilates because it makes them better to do what they do, whatever it is they do, to perform functionally in life.
Yeah. So for women, so if there's someone watching and she's over 50 and she hasn't been active in 10 years, I suppose she was exercising, and then for the last 10 years, she's just hasn't really done much. Would you suggest Pilates would be a great way to start to get back into a healthier routine?
Absolutely. But I'm going to preface that Pilates is known for two types of programming. There's Pilates mat, and then there's Pilates reformer equipment-based programming. For someone who's brand new, this is the best place to start, but they need to start on the equipment-based aspect of Pilates because the equipment supports you where you need to be supported and challenges you where you need to be challenged. in positions that allow your body to function properly. It is perfect for the person re-entering or entering new at any age, because you have the ability to be successful at performing the exercises, where the mat exercises are phenomenal. But he developed those exercises separately for when you already have gained that core strength, to enable you to do the exercises on a mat without any equipment, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. What if someone's watching and they're not located near a Pilates studio? So you're in Boulder? Are you in Boulder,
I'm in
Colorado?
Boulder, Colorado.
And
Yes.
you have your own studio there, but what if someone's watching and they don't? So I do want to leave in the description June's contact information. So if you ever have any more questions for her. But what would you suggest if they're like, oh yeah, I should look into starting that, but there's no place in my area?
There are online programs that offer, they can just go to YouTube and go, and search out programs by certified Pilates instructors that will guide you through Pilates exercises. And if they've never done it before, I would suggest looking for those instructors online that utilize alternative pieces of equipment. We call them tools, extra tubes, and things like that, that can help them do that, because they can do it. There are ways we can do it without equipment. We just can't take them as far as we'd like them to. But here's the thing. Pilates is now recognized by the American Physical Therapy Association. The American Physical Association has adapted it. So it's pretty rare that you will not find a physical therapist in the area that wouldn't be able to provide that service. Okay. So if you're in an area that does not offer Pilates equipment, and I think it's going to be hard not to find now, because even the YMCAs and rec centers throughout the country are offering this programming. Check out physical therapy. Because physical therapists, I'm going to say 90% of physical therapists nationwide have some form of experience in Pilates, because they found that to be a profound way to rehabilitate people from injuries or rehab from surgery. So there's another alternative for them. And that would be my best suggestion, because they are already a physical therapist. They know the body. And they can therefore then recommend someone they can go to, if that makes sense.
Okay, absolutely. Good information. Thank you. So, June, I want to get back to you because I've always been a big fan of yours. And so let's go back. So you just turned 70. Let's go back. What inspired you to enter into the world of fitness? I always ask trainers that, because once it gets in your blood, I've said this a million times, you can't go off and do a different career, because it's in your blood and forever. Yes.
It's addicting.
So when did you start?
I have to thank my mom, because my mom put me in dance school at the age of 3. So my father was a professional baseball player. So movement was a very big aspect of my life growing up. But my mom, at the age of 30, had a set of strokes, 3 of them in a row, that left her pretty much incapacitated to the point that she could hardly even speak and lost the use of the whole left side of her body. That was kind of my trigger point to continue to move. It was kind of an outlet for me at first, because I was young, I was 12. So at 12 years old, that outlet of moving was what allowed me to deal with what was going on with my family. So I found right away at a young age that moving my body was the way to deal with anxiety, right? And that worked for me immediately. As far as Pilates is concerned, it was a natural crossover for me, because I was a dancer. But at 12 years old, I wasn't a dancer. I wasn't a professional dancer. That didn't happen until later on in life. And I was taking Pilates without even recognizing the importance of it. And it wasn't until I got older that I realized the relevance of what this could have in terms of the impact on someone's body. So I'm going to say it was my early 30s that I got into the fitness industry in my late 20s, because I continually wanted to move, because there was no fitness industry. When you think about it, when I got into I'm old.
That was in the 80s, right?
It was late 70s that the fitness industry started.
Right. Yeah.
My first son was born in the 80s. Excuse me, 1980. and I needed to lose weight. So I needed to lose weight because I gained weight. What woman doesn't gain weight, right? And want to lose weight a little bit, right? And this thing called aerobics came about, right? This thing came.
Yeah.
So I took this aerobics class, fell in love. And the first aerobic certification by the Aerobic and Fitness Association came about in 1983. I just happened to be lucky to be there and take that session. And then they reached out to me because of my background. My degree is also in physical education. So there's a crossover there. So movement has been a part of my life. But let's go back to that, because Pilates kind of went away for a while out of my life. I had it in the beginning because it was part of my dance career. I got so much into fitness, and that was the aerobic craze. You know, we were teaching 10 classes a week on bare feet on cement floors. You were there.
Those 80s,
we did all that. And it wasn't until the mid 90s, and I was working with the Reebok as a Reebok master trainer at the time, that Pilates started coming back. And I'm like, whoa, it's when fitness was here and yoga was here, right? They were so far away from each other. And there was a new development and trend of bringing it all together. That's when I decided to look back at Pilates. And in the mid 1990s, I fell in love again. And I decided to get certified. It's a long process. It took me probably a year. I was living in Missouri at the time. I moved back with my brother for 6 months, I think it was. I was going back and forth. I mean, I would spend $1,000 a month on car fare, on renting a car to go back and forth. It cost me a lot of money, but it was well worth what I did. I just had a gut feeling that this was going to manifest into something. I got certified by the Physical Mind Institute, which is based in New York. I'm a New Yorker by trade, and Joan Breibart was the very first certifying agency. She's the one that houses every single piece of documentation Joseph Pilates ever created. It's just amazing. I happened to be in the right place at the right time on top of it. And hence, that's what happened. But here's what I was able to lead, because Pilates and fitness were not together. Pilates and fitness were separate. In the mid 1990s, Sarah Cooperman, you know, from SCW Fitness, it's called right now, started creating certifications for specialty cert. Let me clarify that. Specialty certifications for fitness professionals. And she came up to me and said, why don't we do a Pilates mat one for fitness instructors? And I'm like, wow, what a great idea. And 375 people later for the first one, that's how many people showed up for the first one, we knew we were onto something. And we knew that Pilates was going to cross over into the fitness world. So I can honestly say that I bridged the gap between the fitness world and the Pilates world. Hence why now it's so popular, because fitness centers have recognized how important this is. And it just became, I won't call it a fad, because I don't think Pilates is a fad. I don't think yoga is a fad. There are some things that come and go in our industry that are fads. This is not a fad. This is not a fad, because if you go to a physical therapist, let's go even further than that. If you go to an orthopedic surgeon and you have surgery, specifically if it's a limb that's injured, a shoulder, an elbow, or they're going to tell you, you need to improve your core strength. And what is the first thing they tell you to do? Is to go to a Pilates session, because they know you're going to be supported on a piece of equipment. I mean, so you've got the medical profession behind us now. This is a safe and effective way to get yourself back into shape. Now let's move forward to those of you that are runners, to those of you that have been exercising your whole life. This is the place to go to continue to exercise, to allow your body to prevent you from getting injured. And if you do, your rehab period is going to be that much quicker. I am a rehab specialist by trade as well. So there are Pilates instructors, and there are specialty certifications that we can take. So I am a certified Pilates rehab practitioner. So many of my referrals come immediately from orthopedic surgeons, from physical therapists, that we get individuals that have been active, but they get injured. You know, you run, you pull a hamstring muscle, you know, you ride a bike, you have a crash, you're going to hurt your shoulder or whatever. That's what we do. We get people back into shape. So Pilates brings you back to life. So it doesn't matter if you have never, ever exercised. This is the format for you. And it will allow you to get back to life. The human body is the most amazing machine in the world. It does not matter how old you are or how young you are. You have to move it. We have a term, hashtag motion is lotion. When you do not move, the muscle and joints do not get lubricated. So you become stiff and you don't want to move. And when you don't want to move, the human body is going to start to waste away. I hate to say that, but it will.
Yes.
You have to move. We need body weight. Walking is body weight. So when I tell people you have to do body weight training, they go, I don't want to have to do all that. Walk.
Right.
Walking is a body weight training.
Yes.
That's your body's weight on your feet, improving the muscular endurance to improve the bone density of your bones and improve the lean body mass in your body. We have to move. There's no question about it. We may not like to, but find something you like to do. Pilates is something that's going to allow you to enjoy moving again, put it that way, if you haven't.
Now, you mentioned,
it's so important.
You mentioned the mind-body connection, which I totally agree with as a trainer and a yoga instructor. And a lot of people don't get that. But once they do, they do. And I know when I teach, I'm explaining like to put your mind in the muscle, because a lot of people, and educating people on what you're doing, like don't just, and no matter where you are, if you're over 50 and you're doing a video or a class or whatever, make sure you're being educated on why you're doing what you're doing, not just follow the leader type of thing. But
be a very, I like to say, when you're shopping, you want to be a conscious consumer. Be a smart consumer in shopping for whom you're working with as well.
Yes.
Because you want to be with someone that is certified, with a fitness professional, whether in a facility. You want to make sure they're certified so they know how to guide you in what you're doing. And I want to go back to that mind-body connection. The mind-body connection is critical, especially when we age. Because as we age, we know that things start to alter if we don't do things. And if we don't keep the mind active, that's going to be a hindrance to us as well. So when you connect the brain to the muscle, and the exercises that allow us to do that are yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi, Qigong, any of those kind of form of exercises allow you to connect the brain, or enhance the brain to body response. And that is critical. And fitness is finally following that. We're starting to see that more, especially with functional personal trainers. They are aware of that importance and are doing that. And when you've got that, you're going to enhance your longevity. You're going to enhance your immune system. You're going to be healthier for life and allow your body to remain youthful, because the human body will develop. If you take a look at people that don't move and people that do move when they're aging, there's a blatant difference, crazy difference. It really is going to keep you youthful. I know it's hard. It's hard to get yourself up, but I'll finish off with one thing. You only need 10 minutes a day. People think like, oh my God, I can't, where am I going to find the time? There is research to support moving in as little as 10 minutes a day will have a profound impact on your health, wellness, and immune system. If you're looking to lose weight, you're going to need to exercise a little bit more. But to enhance your health and wellness and immune system takes only 10 minutes a day.
10 minutes a day. Don't forget that, ladies. So June, I want to ask you some more questions about yourself, because you are an inspiration. I love your energy. I love your happy dances that you do on your Facebook page. It makes me laugh and gives me energy for the day. But you do a lot of other things. Like, you're not just a Pilates instructor. You hike. You live in Colorado. You hike. You ski. What else do you do for fun?
For fun, I think the most fun I have is when I play with my grandkids, and I have 4 grandchildren, and I have a great grandchild coming on the way. I can't believe that. What? I'm actually going to, yes, my granddaughter is due in September, so I'm very excited, a little boy. So what do? I used to, dancing is my thing, that's why I do so I dance as often as I can. I don't take dance classes anymore, but I do love to dance. Music moves me. That's one thing. I think if you put on a good piece of music, you just move around, that helps tremendously. But I love to walk. I used to run. I have a knee replacement. You can tell age does catch up with you. And that was the best thing I ever did 3 years ago. I'm now doing things that I couldn't do before. But I was a ski instructor back in the 80s. And it's one of the reasons I moved to Colorado. Skiing is a major part of my life. That's why I live here. I love to ski. It's invigorating to me. I don't ski as hard as I used to, but I ski for enjoyment. I used to race, don't do that anymore, but I love to ski. hiking, oh my gosh, there is nothing more exhilarating than climbing a mountain for me. Now, don't get me wrong, I can do a 14er, but we don't do those very often. But we do hike, and it does involve some climbing. And I don't know, it just brings me so much closer to nature. It's just the most, I love it. I can't get enough of it. So I'd love to hike. Biking, I love to bike. I don't do it often enough because of time wise. I prefer hiking over biking. That's just me. Everyone likes to do certain things. Yeah, I love to move. I can't sit still. So I'm a Gemini. Geminis can't seem to sit still, but I have a timer on my watch, and I don't know if that's one of the reasons why I have an Apple Watch, but there are so many other ones out there cheaper than Apple Watches that reminds me in 30 minutes I've got to get up. So when that little timer goes off, that makes me get up and walk around, because we know that sitting is the new smoking. Right? If we sit too long, the blood doesn't pump through the body. Your body's physiology doesn't do anything. But if you consistently get up for every 30 minutes, I'm not talking about, go out and run. No, just get out, walk up and get around. Let the blood start to pump through your body. Even if it's to walk around your house one lap and then come back. That's another secret. So just moving in general. I'd love to play with my grandkids. And I love the fact that my 12-year-old grandson calls me his trendy grandma. I love it.
That's cool. I love it. I love
because
it too.
It's so much fun. And that's it. I want to be able to get down on the floor and get back up. And there are times it's not so easy, but I can't pick them up a lot. Yeah, I feel like I still have my muscular, tone, but I have lost some strength. I've got to work on that. So picking them up now, it's not so easy. I do go through we all have back issues. Who doesn't have back issues? The whole world has back issues. But I know that my moving is what helps my back issues stay
strong.
Stay strong. Yeah.
Yeah.
So love to do all that.
All right. Before we go, I just want to mention a couple things. One, ladies, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing and joining our community of women over 50 embracing the second phase of life. But June, now you live in Colorado. You said you were a New Yorker, but at one time you lived in New Jersey.
I did. I lived in New Jersey, north and south. I lived in right across from Philadelphia, a little town called Turnersville.
Yeah,
very close to Cherry Hill, right?
So we talked about this before, and I think we calculated that you left New Jersey like a year or two before I came to New Jersey 32 years ago. So I want to know, did you hear I was coming to town? Is that where you're?
No, not at all. No, my husband at the time, my ex-husband, got a job in Missouri, so we had to move to Missouri. My boys were born in New Jersey, in South Jersey. They were born in Stratford, New Jersey is where they were born. And then we moved from there to North Jersey. Yeah, so I could say I was a Jersey girl as well. But I grew up on Long Island, and my family is still there. My brother's actually coming to visit next week. I'm so excited. So New Jersey, New York, And then I knew when I was a ski instructor in New York, all of our vacations were done in Colorado. And I knew that I would end up here one day. And I moved here in 2005, and I never looked back. My son still lives in Missouri, and the only reason why he's there is because his wife doesn't want to move to Colorado. Otherwise, he'd be here. But we love it here. I wish I could show you how beautiful it is here. I can see the mountain right here from my home.
I love your pictures.
It's inspiring. Oh my God. You see the picture behind me? Those are pictures that we enlarged from skiing in the back.
It's not a painting. It's a photo.
It's a photo. Yeah. They're 3 photos we put together. Yeah. And this is Colorado. And after a while, we get tired of the snow. I mean, we look forward to the summer. Because the summers here in Colorado are cool in the morning, cool in the evening, and warm during the day. And it's beautiful. So, and it's dry here. So your hair always looks good. In New Jersey, when the humidity comes in, it's like,
Yeah, I know. It's the only time I have body in my hair. And one day I was outside, I was teaching yoga outside, and I came in and my daughter's like, where'd you get all that hair? I'm like, As long as I
That's
have
the
any
humidity.
body.
Well, see how straight my hair is here? I always wanted straight hair. My hair is wavy. I'm Puerto Rican. My mother had the curliest hair you could imagine, and it was black, jet black. And look at me. I really am a redhead. People think, how did you dye? I didn't dye it. This is my natural color. My son is a redhead. My grandson is a redhead. So we are redheads through and through.
Okay.
It's just really funny. But my hair is wavy. When I go back
Mhm.
to New York and New Jersey, it gets like this. But here in Colorado, it's like straight as could be because we don't have humidity. It doesn't exist. No, it does, but very little.
Yeah.
If we
Yeah,
get
nice.
4% humidity, we're lucky. So we do
Mhm.
have a drought. That is the downside to Colorado. It's high desert.
Yeah,
So
one day I have to make it out there so I can
you
take your
won't
Pilates
leave.
session and yeah, take your Pilates session and go for a hike and do all that fun stuff that you do every day.
Yeah. Well, this
So
was such a pleasure. Thank you so much.
thank you so much for inspiring women over 50 to keep on going. And thank you so
That's
much.
what I
And
do. It's what I love
again,
to do. Yeah.
I appreciate everyone joining this community and thank you so much. And ladies, I will catch you on the next video, but I just want to remind everyone to try something new. Start where you are with what you have. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks, June.
And reach out. I'm on social media. You can find me under
Yes.
June Kahn,
Yes.
Kahn, under Instagram or Facebook. And please follow me. I would love to chat with you.
Yes, and I will leave
Thank
your
you.
information below. Okay.
Thank you. Take care. Have a great day. Thank you again, Sherry.
Okay.
Bye-bye.